about that, and they have been working a lot in the past couple of weeks, because I've seen them. I've had the contractor clean up that area.
Well, they gotta come
I don't know when
daily.
the last time you looked, but they were out there today in the rain cleaning, and they've been cleaning that area, so I don't know where you.
We were told the Parks Department does outside the fences, the contractor does inside the
The
fences.
contractor has been up to yesterday keeping it fairly clean.
Good. I haven't seen it.
Thank you. Juan Ramirez, Guerra Primos Restaurant.
Hi, my name is Blanca. I'm here to speak on behalf of Mr. Juan.
Speak in the mic.
In the microphone. Mr. Ramirez was supposed to be here October 6th. Due to family sickness, he had to fly out of the States. Now that he is here back, he wants to know what can we do.
About what?
Regarding a liquor license, I assume.
Yes.
I don't know if any board member would like to address that. Don Chiano?
Yeah, basically, we had a meeting. He didn't show up, but we did have Lieutenant Hickman there. And basically, what we were told was that in the past year, there've been close to 48 911 calls out of both of those addresses, like 20-something in one and 20-something in the other. And another thing is, the bar that is catty corner from that southwest corner of Allerton Avenue and White Plains Road, where the gentleman was shot, the owner of the bar was shot. The precinct basically told us that the liquor that he got prior to going across the street was out of his establishment. So basically, tonight, I am going to ask for a motion to send a letter of objection to an extended license. In other words, he has a license for White Plains Road, and apparently he took over a store on Allerton Avenue, which connects through the back, and he's looking to get another license for that address. And the committee was not in favor of it, and neither was the precinct. And aside from that, one time when they went into the establishment, a half a dozen people locked themselves in the bathroom, and they found out that there was at least 4 minors in there. Okay, so that'll be in my motion.
So the question from Al D'Angelo is, yeah. So his question is, what can you do? I would think it needs to minimize 911 calls, maybe, to say the least. All right. Any other questions, board members? Joe Thomas.
Of all those 911 calls and all the rest, how many summonses were given out, and what were they given out for?
I didn't think, we didn't take notes on that. I mean, we talked to Hickman, Lieutenant Hickman, who was there at most of the things, and basically, the 4 underage people who were caught in there, there was 1 arrest made, he said, and he just had pages of stuff. I mean, we didn't take it down. It might be in the file.
Did somebody explain to him? Thank you.
So, do you need to translate?
No, I've already done everything covered.
Okay, I think, any other questions? I think that's close to the 2 questions, right? All right.
That's it, no?
Is that,
I'm saying that's it.
that's it for now.
So just reduce the 911 call and that's it?
Well,
No.
they're gonna vote, as the chairman of the committee said, they're gonna vote to object. We understand that he was not able there to attend, due to an emergency, but obviously there are other concerns the board is set to vote on. Nothing's set in stone, so we'll see what happens when the vote comes. Okay? Thank you. That ends our Galaxy session. Could somebody do me a favor and run that mic up here for me? Would somebody be so kind? Thank you, Mark. Representatives, unless you're an elected official, same thing, you have a time limit, unfortunately. And we will start with the Borough President's Office, Don Lucania.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be brief. If I go along, I know they'll shut me down. First of all, just on behalf of the Borough President, I want to thank all of those who participated in this past weekend's Tour de Bronx. For those who were out in the streets and cheering on the 7,000 participants this year. This year we started at Harris Field, moved down the concourse, both the 40-mile and the 25-mile, and then those two split up and moved across the entire borough. We had, as I said, 7,000 participants, almost 7,000 participants registered. There were people from outside of the city, people outside of the country who participated, and as you may have seen in your communities, I know they did go down Williamsbridge Road, Astor, and Eastchester Road, and down Tremont. So we just wanted to thank anybody who did participate. Secondly, the Borough President sent out a letter to the chairperson of Apple, which was signed by all of the elected officials in the borough regarding the hope that a Apple store be opened in the borough. They hopefully will get a response and see if Apple is interested in moving into the borough. I know many of you are concerned about the Barnes & Noble. I've seen that on a number of the social media. Bay Plaza did announce that Saks, below, whatever they're called, will be moving into the Barnes & Noble site. It is our understanding that Barnes & Noble was offered some alternative space interior in the inside mall. Unfortunately, they did not choose to take it. They are interested in possibly relocating someplace in the borough, mattering on the type of store, because I think part of what's happened is that their types of stores is a little bit different than the store that they're closing. They are opening one in New Rochelle, I understand. I don't know the size of that. But we are still working on that. And then finally, the Borough President, I know that the community will be having their own Halloween event on Morris Park in Bronxdale, but the Borough President's Borough event is being held this year in Community Ward 3 at Claremont Neighborhood Center. Anyone who has family in that area, they are more than welcome. There are flyers at the top, at the table at the entrance. That's all I have for now. I'll give Jeremy the full report for inclusion in the minutes.
Thank you. Any questions for Tom? Joanne Rubino?
Hi, Tom, I just spoke to Marlene Cintron, and she told me that on Tuesday they're going to have a big meeting for the future. I just wanted to say, because I wanted to say it at some point in the meeting, that the Barnes & Noble does want to stay in the Bronx, and that this big meeting will happen with the VP from Barnes & Noble and all the elected officials, plus of course, Borough President and everybody. But I think that it's a positive thing, and the fact that Barnes & Noble does want to stay in the Bronx, a different configuration is a wonderful thing. So I was very happy as once an educator, always an educator, so I was very happy to hear that.
Just as an FYI, Marlene is president of the Bronx Overall Economic Development Corporation, and one of the things that she has is the locations in the borough where properties of the size that they may need, she would have a listing of that, and she could talk with those developers.
And Tom, I hope it's the site on Running Road. It's a decent sized store. It's by itself, and there's parking. So, just as an FYI.
Okay, actually, sorry, Mark, I had you bring up the mic a little prematurely. We do have elected officials still, so Trayvon, if you don't mind coming up from Councilmember King's office, taking the mic and putting it back up there. So this is Andy King's office.
Good evening. Hello. Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Trayvon Tan, under the representation of Councilmember Andy King. I would just like to thank the panelists for having me here tonight. And we have a list of events coming up. I'll try to keep it brief and simple as possible and in order. For tomorrow, Friday at 10 a.m., we will be having a Wakefield Library press conference as the elected officials will be presenting the New York Public Library with a check of over $5 million to renovate the Wakefield Library. And those that will be in attendance is New York Public Library President Tony Marks, Assemblyman Carl Hasty, Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr., as well as Councilmember Andy King. And the same day from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., we will be having a community party in light of recent events in Haiti. We ask if you could please come together with us to collect supplies for the people of Haiti. Attendees must bring a contribution that is perhaps not. Hello? Okay. That is perhaps non-perishable. And tomorrow will be the last time that everybody will be able to donate. So please, if you're able to attend, please come out and support. For Friday, November 4th at 11 a.m., we will be having a Veterans Day event with keynote speaker, New York City Department of Veteran Services Assistant Commissioner Jamal Othman. And if you would like to RSVP, please call our office at 718-684-5509. It is going to be held at 135 Einstein Loop in Section 5, Room 45. On Thursday, November 3rd at 6 p.m., we will be having a Co-op City free movie night, and doors will be opening at 5:30 p.m. early. And that's going to be at 177 Dreiser Loop Auditorium. And this is in association with African American Association of Co-op City, as well as NAACP Co-op City Branch. On Saturday, November 12th, we will be having Operation Clean Your Streets, and that's going to be on Baychester Ave on Donizetti Plaza. I believe I said that correctly. And on Tuesday, November 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., we will be having free civil legal services, where New York Legal Assistance Group will be coming to our neighborhood and will have a vehicle station at our office for legal services, which is on 940 East Gun Hill Road. And if you would like to make an appointment, please don't hesitate to call our office.